These are the best foods in LEGO Fortnite. Now, being hungry or starving is really annoying in this game. You constantly have a reminder over the screen, and you'll even lose health if you don't have a regeneration charm. So what a lot of people are doing is eating corn. However, meat pies, fruit pies, pumpkin pies, and pizza pies are by far the best thing that you could eat in this game, and it's honestly not even close. There's even a little method to use that can guarantee these drops every single time. Now, I have 5 villagers ranging from uncommon up to rare, and in order to guarantee that I'm going to get good food every time, you just want to make sure that any juicers and grills are nowhere near your base. That way, when you have stuff like an oven around, they're only going to cook you things that could be made inside of that oven, which is really the only place that you can get any of these pies from. So build as many of these as you can for all of your villagers. Now, I have 5 villagers, so I actually want to put down 2 more of these ovens. Now, I wanted to test this theory that the villagers actually do work harder depending on their rarity. So you guys are actually going to find out the answer to that during this video. But using them and only having ovens will ensure that they only give you fruit pie, pizza, bread, meat pie, and pumpkin pie when you put them on this job. Now, what you want to do is go up to every single villager and give them the cooking job. So you're going to talk to them about jobs, help the village, food jobs, and then ask them to cook for you. Now, I went ahead and I started off with Lion Brand to go ahead and be the first person assigned to cooking. I then went over to Tomato Head, who is the epic tiered villager on this group. I also have Peely, who's considered rare. I have Fish Stick, who is considered uncommon, and then Lion Brand is considered common. And then last but not least, the final person that I have is Meowscles, who is considered somewhat rare as well. So all of these jobs were started at the same exact time. All of them will be cooking on these 5 machines. So let's see exactly what they're able to make for us. Now, in my comment section yesterday, I had 2 people tell me that I was wrong about what I was saying about villagers, their rarity, and their special abilities in the game. Now, they weren't the only 2 people that went ahead and said this, so I'm not trying just to egg on them for going ahead and telling me that the video was wrong. So what I wanted to do while breaking down what the best foods were in the game was to actually test this theory and see if they're right and that I was actually wrong when putting out my video. So again, I have common to rare or to epic villagers that are working. Tomato Head was the first person to walk up here and start to work, and he is considered my epic villager. Then you also have Meowscles and Peely, who are more rare villagers. And what you'll see is Meowscles was here first, despite me asking him last in order to get this job done. Now, these players will have speech bubbles above their head, and we're going to talk about that again a little bit later. But Meowscles and Peely both have these little chat boxes above their head. And when you see they finish up and they make something of food, you're going to see a sparkle effect come out of the oven. And when that happens, that means that Tomato Head just got an item that I can go to him and speak to him about, and he will actually give me some sort of food in return. And you guys will see that it's going to happen to Meowscles as well, faster than what it happened to Peely. But nonetheless, the epic worker got the job done first, which proves that a rare person in this game is going to get the job done faster than the other players. But this video doesn't end here, as I'm going to show you guys how you get more food from these epic villagers than you do from the common or uncommon. But there you see the animation and the bubble above Meowscles that show he finished. He has an item for me and I can talk to him, where Peely still isn't ready with anything made. Now remember, I asked Lion Brand to start to work first, but what you'll see is above his head is still that little speech box. That means that he's not done or not ready to go ahead and give me any sort of items. These are my uncommon or common players, where all 3 of my rare or epic players all are finished cooking and have something for me. Now, when I say finished cooking, it might only be an item or 2 now, as I wanted to go ahead and give this a full 20 minutes of real time to test. But these 2 players, again, that are common or uncommon, haven't made or finished making anything. And if I were to ask them if they had anything for me, they would tell me that stuff is just not finished. So now it's time to collect this food. I have a completely empty inventory, so you guys don't know or don't think that I'm cheating and in any way, shape, or form. But I asked Lion Brand to start to work first. When I asked him what he has for me, he was able to give me bread, and this uncommon or common character gave me 1 piece of bread. When I go to fish sticks, he gives me 1 fruit pie, which is still good, but it's not great. Now we go to my rare villagers, where you have Peely, who gives me 1 fruit pie, 1 meat pie. He gives me another 2 of pumpkin pie, and he gives me a pizza pie. Now you also see that Meowscles does pretty much the exact same thing, 1 of every single item. But I really wanted to test this out. I know that Tomato Head finished first, so he's gonna have more items, supposedly. So I dropped absolutely everything. The most that I've gotten was nearly 1 of everything, but what you see Tomato Head does is gives me 3 pizzas, 2 fruit pies, he gives me a pumpkin pie or a meat pie, and he also gives me grilled meat, which doesn't make any sense because I don't have a grill, but he still gives me more food faster than anybody else in the game. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys actually about the pies and kind of grade them or rank them for you guys. So the fruit pie is probably the best. It gives 15 hearts, it cures 8 hunger, and it gives 2 minutes of stamina regeneration boost. You also then have the pumpkin pie, which gives 10 hearts. 20 hunger is redeemed, and then 2 minutes of stamina regeneration. So less hearts filled, but much more hunger with the same stamina regeneration. Now, as far as the meat pie, you get 20 hearts, 20 hunger, 4 extra hearts, so extra shield in a sense, but you don't get any minute stamina regeneration. And finally, you have the pizza, which is 25 hearts, 20 hunger, and then 5 bonus hearts. So what I'm actually going to do pretty much right off of the bat is switch out the pizza and the meat pie. You obviously get 5 more hearts, and you also get an additional heart added to your bonuses. So that is a much better than a meat pie. As far as your fruit pie and your pumpkin pie, in my opinion, I think the fruit pie is probably better. 15 hearts gained is better than the 10 hearts gained from the pumpkin pie. I know you get 20 hunger fixed, but hearts is definitely something that matters most, and you're still getting that 2-minute stamina regeneration boost. So I would absolutely say that if you were to rank them from best to worst, it would absolutely go fruit pie, pumpkin pie, pizza, and then to meat pie. And that is pretty much the only way that you should rank these. So if you were to run around with anything in the game, it would be with the fruit pie, and you could gain those simply by doing exactly what I demonstrated in today's video, moving your villagers and having them simply work on cooking.